Well, hi, everybody. It's Gail, and welcome to my March Saturdays, where you're going to learn a little bit about Mary Kay. We call it Listen for Lipstick or Lip Gloss, right? And I'm just going to walk through some of my Mary Kay experiences along with talking about a super special that's happening right now. Before I get started, though, I want to say Happy International Women's Day. Yep, there are women all over the world that are fantastic leaders, both in their community and in their church and in their families. And so I want to celebrate all women today. So happy International Women's Day, because when you help another woman, you are impacting her life in a positive way. And that was always how Mary Kay felt, that when we can help another woman identify or figure out or support her and encourage her into her next best steps, that impacts generations. Doesn't that just give you chills? And I believe that because I've experienced that personally myself. So today, when I'm going to talk about Mary Kay, I'm going to kind of give you a background of myself, a little bit of background story about Mary Kay, and why busy women are looking at Mary Kay, because I personally do feel that this is the best business opportunity out there for women. And so I'm going to walk through some of those details and why women join today. Because granted, we all know we're busy enough, but is there a better way? Perhaps. That's what I've discovered. So let me just give you a little bit of background story about myself, and how I actually got introduced to Mary Kay. So I met my Mary Kay beauty consultant who invited me to join Mary Kay actually through my husband. Her husband and my husband were work buddies, and they invited us down on their sailboat down in Grosse Ile. So we went out on their sailboat and enjoyed ourselves. And at that time, my husband was my boyfriend. And my consultant at that time, or she wasn't my consultant yet, she says, "Would you ever consider Mary Kay?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about it." Well, we came actually back into port, and lo and behold, that her Mary Kay sales director met us there to have a cup of coffee and to meet me. And I went, "Wow, that's kind of nice." And that sales director said to me, "Would you ever consider Mary Kay?" And I said, "Well, maybe sometime when I settle down, get married, and have a family," because it looked like it made sense. She was holding a newborn baby herself. And she said, "I joined Mary Kay. One of the things I love about it is to be able to be a stay-at-home mom with my baby." And that really stuck with me because I was a much younger woman at that time. I was in my early 30s, and I thought, if things work out with my husband, with Jack, and we marry, like to be a stay-at-home mom. My mom was a registered nurse, and she worked opposite shifts of my dad so that she could also support family income. But she worked midnights. So I went, "Oh, that's just something." Okay, so fast forward, Jack and I got married. And prior our wedding, I asked my beauty consultant, because by then she had introduced me to a little bit of Mary Kay, just giving me some samples to try, and I've been sitting down for a facial. But I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, my wedding party, we could use some help. We need to kind of have like a Mary Kay facial or a makeover or something." I said, "None of us really know how to take care of our skin, and we could use a little bit of help in learning how to look good for the wedding." And she said, "Well, I don't really do Mary Kay parties anymore." And I went, "Well, could you make an exception?" And so she came over, and 4 hours later, we all knew how to wash our face and how to put makeup on. And that was my sister, my mom, my mother-in-law, my best girlfriend. And that was it, just a small party. I only had three people in my wedding party, both of my sisters, and then my mom and my mother-in-law. We all learned how to wash our face and take care of our skin. And you know what? Everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. I went, "Wow, that's kind of cool." So we got married, fast forward. And at that time, I was, or prior to that, I worked as a horticultural agent for the city of Flint in Genesee County. Because my background is in horticulture. I went to school and got a bachelor's and master's in horticulture. And that was when I was dating Jack. And in the cooperative extension service, you have to live in the county you serve. So I went, well, that was Genesee County. I was engaged to get married to my husband, and I knew that those, territories on a different level. I never thought that, I like, what? I have to live up in Flint, and my husband has a home. We're going to start a family down in Wayne County. So I had to make a decision that I decided to walk away from that. So married, and then I got a job working as an interior landscape designer for a small company, and that was back in the 80s, and the economy hit. And interior plantscaping inside shopping malls and fancy office buildings, that was not a big, need to have necessity in corporate America. And so the small company that I worked for, they were not meeting their bills. And I received a 50% pay cut. I was devastated. And I was brand new married. And I was so excited about having this great job in my field, right? And I went, So the second thing that happened, first, I thought, well, we're thinking about having a family. And then the second thing has happened that made me be a little bit more receptive to Mary Kay was I had a 50% pay cut. I went, maybe I need to step out of my horticulture area and step into a new area, like no pun intended, but step into a new field. And so I went to a Mary Kay get together just so I could kind of get a feel for the people. And I loved everything about it. I loved the community, the support, product I'd started to use, and I went, wow, it's really nice. And I decided to join Mary Kay. Here's some things that I discovered about the company. Number one, it is 62 years old now, but at that time, it was only like maybe 22 or 23 years old. And it was a family owned business and still is. Debt free, still is based out of Dallas, Texas. Mary Kay, the person said, bring this company and continue to bring this company into fruition. And she always encouraged us and said to us that we set our business according to the priorities of God first, family second, and career third. And I've done that and I've loved that. Here's something I was really attracted to. I could have my business in a box, right? I had my business in a box. I love the fact that I could go anywhere because in America we didn't have any territories, and I could have business in my box and build it over time. I really like that idea. So we joined Mary Kay for sure. And going forward, some things that I have discovered over time why busy women join Mary Kay now. And number one, because I personally do feel it's the best-selling business opportunity for women, but there are a few things that I think that are really important. Number one, it supports family. Number two, it supports fun. Number three, it supports the financial choices that we get to make. And number four, the great friends. So I'm going to talk about those maybe a little bit out of order, but let's bring it on. First of all, for family, because Jack and I were brand new married. I joined Mary Kay after having like a 50% pay cut with my job. And I went, I want to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. And we weren't young married couple. We were in our 30s when I started having our children. So I thought, well, I was really excited about that. I was in Mary Kay for about 3 years and we started our family. We had two sons and I was able to work my entire Mary Kay business around the busy schedule of my husband who worked midnights and I worked days with my Mary Kay business, building it. And actually, I built an entire Mary Kay business in a box, but also we had refinished our basement. Thank you, Mary Kay, so that I had a place to work in my home. And so my appointments were coming to my home. I love that. And I still do that today. So the idea of God first, family second, and career third really made sense to me. And my mother-in-law invited me to go to church with her and to bring our kids to church. And up to that point in time, it was in the background. But when my kids started going to church, I went, I'm going to go too. And I love that environment. So I said, thank you, Mary Kay, for encouraging me to take God as my partner. Like, I don't know if your business does that or where you work, but that was definitely something that I wanted to do. And I became a church member. My family grew up in a church family. So my kids now, adults themselves with one grandchild and one baby on the way, they have the opportunity to develop and to have a church family in addition to our family. They now know the path and the rewards of having a church family and how fulfilling that is. Thank you, Mary Kay. That would have never happened if I had remained in horticulture, honest to goodness. Okay, so in addition to family, I want you to know that Mary Kay, the company, if I've not mentioned this before, it is a family-owned business. Mary Kay's grandson is both our Chief Executive Officer and the president of our company. We are so blessed and fortunate. He has great vision for our company going forward, and he's already grooming his oldest daughter to someday take over the company. How neat is that? Mary Kay's always been family owned and will continue to be going forward. And everything is manufactured in the United States. So I want you to think about that. We're Dallas owned. We have a manufacturing plant in Dallas, state of the art. All of our raw ingredients are exceeding the European standard. Like FDA laws about 11 ingredients, cosmetics that come in from all over the world. Mary Kay's cosmetic quality control exceed the European standard, which is a global standard, highest quality cosmetic ingredients on a raw market level. That's where Mary Kay strives to be. And if they can't get the best ingredients out there for us, they simply don't make that product and don't offer it to the marketplace. And they are very competitive. They go and shop other markets to find out what other people are offering and see how we can take ours and make it better, make it the best. So when we say that we are the number one best-selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics in the world, and now this is for year number 2, we really mean it. All of our claims and our packages are scientifically proven. If it's been stated on the package to give these results, we have scientific documents to prove it. Isn't that nice to know? It's not fluff, it's real. Definitely. Okay, so that's Mary Kay, the company, a little bit about the family. Let's talk about financial choices. Let me come in that direction next. Every woman, when she joins Mary Kay, has the opportunity to build her business on her terms and her way. We all have the privilege of being able to purchase our Mary Kay products at 50% off. So when I buy $100 worth of Mary Kay products, I sell them for $200 and I make $100 on the spot because I choose to have inventory in-house. Some consultants do, some consultants don't. We work with every individual consultant to find out what is the best for her based on her strategies and her desires. When I joined Mary Kay, I needed to be able to replace my income immediately. And I needed to be able to have money immediately. So therefore I invested a little bit of money into my Mary Kay business. And to this day, I still carry a Mary Kay store. And here's the best part. When a consultant joins and she has a Mary Kay inventory on hand, over that 12 months when she's been purchasing Mary Kay to build her business, if for some reason she decided to not stay in Mary Kay, do you know that she could literally return her product. Sorry, just direction on my Zoom screen there. She could return her product, get a 90% buyback. Could still do that today based on what I purchased in my last 12 months because Mary Kay has records. Of course, they know exactly what's going on. Isn't that nice to know? Let me have my sip of coffee. As we're all having our coffee and our career chat this morning. So I just think it's interesting to know that Mary Kay is willing to take a 90% risk on us. So it would cost me 10%. And when my husband asked me that prior joining Mary Kay, he said, well, what if you sell nothing? I said, well, Mary Kay will return the product. I can return the product to Mary Kay rather and take 10%. He says, we can afford a 10% loss. Wow. I mean, I went, well, I haven't even started selling it yet. So just a little bit of background on that. So financial choices going forward. We all have that opportunity to put money in the bank every time we get together with somebody because we show them how to take best care of their skin. If they fall in love with the product because it is very good and it sells itself, they buy the product on the spot, or we can place an order and it can be sent to them. Or, we can order it and have it and then personally deliver it to them. I find that Mary Kay is a consumable product for sure, and that my customer base has built and is super strong now because of the constant reorder. It's a consumable product. They pour it down the drain. We all pour it down the drain when we're washing our face, and I need more of it. So I get to buy my product for myself at a 50% discount, and I can occasionally put my products on sale for my customers. That's the privilege of my business and my way of doing business. My Mary Kay business is self-sustainable, meaning that when I sell Mary Kay products, 10% of the profits goes to cover the expenses of running my business. I've always set my business up that way so that I have profits. We work on a 60-40. 60% of my income of my sale goes back into replenishing my stores, and 40% is my profit. That 10% we talked about, that covers my expenses of my Mary Kay business. If I spend too much on things to run my business, then I am chewing in a little bit into my profits. My profits take care of, my family bills. So we make a 50% profit. If we step into, and I encourage every woman to step into leadership with Mary Kay. Mary Kay pays us as Salesforce leader, part of the leadership program, to train consultants and to help them build their business. So Mary Kay pays us out of their profits to cover that. And that is a sliding scale, as little as 9%, all the way up to about 25 to 27% in addition to what we're selling also. So those are that's kind of nitty gritty of Mary Kay, but those are the avenues of income, not to mention the fact that as Salesforce leaders, we can qualify for cars for Mary Kay. And I'm so grateful for that one because that was one of the reasons I joined Mary Kay, because at that time, a consultant could earn the use of a Mary Kay car. And I'm just excited to always say thank you, Mary Kay, because I've qualified and earned the use of 18 Mary Kay cars over my 37-year relationship with Mary Kay, almost 38 starting in April. And we now can take the choice of cash or a car. And for probably half of that time, I've taken cash and bought my own car. So drive my own vehicle. But thank you, Mary Kay, for providing me the funds because we can take cash compensation. And I have my own car that I drive. And that's just my own prerogative on that one. So let's move forward now with from financial choices. Last thing there. Let me just remind you that if you're looking at Mary Kay and say, could I use this just as a way to build a financial package for retirement? Yes, you could. And I encourage every woman when she joins Mary Kay to look at what you need for finances to run your life, some extra mad money for yourself, and what would you need if you're going to be building some type of a portfolio so that you have a retirement package. Because Mary Kay you can create your own 401k and you can contribute to that with your Mary Kay profits. And in Mary Kay training, they say a wise woman will figure out and will build her Mary Kay business so that she's got a sustainable amount of Mary Kay income, like, a number that was taught for us as sales directors is to make sure that we as sales directors have about a $500,000 retirement package in place. Some do, some don't, but it's a number to think about, isn't it? And if you just want to enhance your current retirement package, perhaps Mary Kay could be a supplement for you. Or if you have no retirement, perhaps Mary Kay could be something to help close the gap between Social Security and what you need to have to exist on, and maybe build some into the future. So those are financial choices. That's more about strategy thinking, but just want to give you that going forward. Now let's talk about the fun and the flexibility, because I've had tons of fun. I mean, where else can we party, right? I get paid to party with my customers. We've done all kinds of parties with Mary Kay. Used to be just face-to-face. Now we can do virtual parties or we can do hybrid parties. My two favorite are face-to-face and hybrid and virtual parties through Zoom. I love both of those avenues in both of those ways. And we can build our business through Zoom parties all over the United States. When I'm doing face-to-face parties, I pretty much do them at my in-home studio. Some consultants could go out and do them in the marketplace, totally whatever works best for you. If you'd rather do one-on-one appointments versus working with a group of 4 to 6 women, again, that's up to you. Done both. I would like working in groups. Because it gives me an opportunity to meet more women. And you know what? Over this 37 years, my customers have become some of my very dearest friends, and my consultants, some of my very dearest friends, my colleagues of Mary Kay, women that are in the leadership position alongside me, have become some of my most wonderful and deeply appreciated friends. The caliber of women that we meet through Mary Kay is like no other, because we are all like-minded. God first, family second, and career third. I love hanging out with women that have that going forward. It's just a fun thing. And you know what they say, Mary Kay, a day off in Mary Kay is a day where we don't talk to anybody and we don't wear any makeup. Well, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I love connecting with people. I want to be able to visit with people every day. That's just how it goes. So that's some of the fun and the friends that are made there. But let me tell you about some of the fun things that I do. In addition to partying, we get to go to Mary Kay get-togethers. They're called Mary Kay seminars. This is like going to the Academy Awards for Mary Kay, and they're held every year in Dallas, Texas. This year, we are rotating around the United States. So this year, Mary Kay's location is going to be in North Carolina. Who knows where it'll be next year? And I just so love the fact that we are going all over. Now, there's a reason behind that, because in Dallas, Texas, right now, Mary Kay, the Dallas Convention Center is under construction, and that will be under construction. They'll be expanded and all the things that are happening there. So therefore, Mary Kay cannot house their Mary Kay seminar program there. But I just want you to think about the fact that, Mary Kay, when Mary Kay comes into a city, it's like 10,000 women coming into a city for business meetings. And it's usually over a course of anywhere from 3 weeks to 5 weeks, depending on how large the group is. And it's all about recognition, motivation, training, and for sure connecting with my girlfriends that I only meet through Zoom. It gives me a chance to see with them. It is a wonderful experience. Plus, we get to interface with Mary Kay at the company. So if you went to my website and you see all the different departments, well, when Mary Kay comes out to seminar, They have a 1 day expo where all those departments are actually tabled, and we get to go meet all the people in all those different departments. So we get to interface with Mary Kay Corporate, talk to the scientists, talk to the marketing team, talk to Mary Kay Charitable Foundation, just to mention a few. It's pretty neat to be able to meet all the different departments. Just saying. Okay, so then I want to talk about those friends for life that I'd mentioned before. Some of my very best friends, as I had said, do definitely happen because of my Mary Kay background. You see, did I talk about everything there? Um, Talked about the friends, the finances, the fun for sure, and of course, the family. So I think we've covered those things. So the next step is okay, Gail. So this all sounds pretty good. And if you're listening to this, maybe you've considered a Mary Kay before and it's not the right time. Well, maybe it is now. If you're watching this as a playback, maybe it is now or maybe it's something going forward, but let me share with you what and how a consultant signs up. So I'm going to do a screen share over here and just wish me luck that this goes the way I want it to. Okay, let me find my screen share option up here. Right here. There it is. I'm going to share this. Are we sharing it? Oh, let's come back over here, Mary Kay, and let you see. Are we sharing that? I'm not seeing it. Let's try again. Oh, here it is. Okay, great. All right, so let's pull that up a little bit better and pull my screen over so I can see that a little bit better. Okay, and let me just first by having you watch this great video by Mary Kay. Pull it over a little bit. Can you see that? Here we go. This 2 minute video. This is brand new on the market for Mary Kay. Hi there. Welcome to the Mary Kay, right? Yes. Want to take a closer look at the Mary Kay business? You know how she there goes Wow, there you have it. Isn't that cool? I just love that new video. It's not even on Marketplace yet. Well, it is through our Mary Kay site. So I just realized what I want to be able to show you is how to sign up for Mary Kay. So let me go back in and see if I can grab that back again because there's a little bit more I want to show you on that one. Okay, let me minimize this for a minute and find that screen. Um, Bear with me. I turned that off too soon and I didn't want to do that. Nope. Okay, let's see if I can minimize this and get back to that. And we are recording. And let me go back into my Mary Kay screen here and see if I can find that Mary Kay link real quick. Okay, tips and trends. All right, so let me go into my Zoom here and have a double screen share going on. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you again. Okay, so this is my website. And if you went to my website to see if there's Sell Mary Kay, you would click on that. And here's what you would see, that great video that we just watched. And then what are the steps to get started? It's pretty easy. Contact Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. That would be me. And I can send you an online link. I can text it or email it to you. Then you want to sign and submit an independent beauty consultant and choose the options to start up that fit your life. So let's look at what those options are, because this is the news of Mary Kay right now. You can sign instead of $35 for $20 for the month of March. Okay. And you'll have access to our Mary Kay products. You'll have a Mary Kay website for 1 year. They do all the maintenance. We just add our beautiful picture to it. You'll receive a welcome brochure from Mary Kay, and you'll receive a welcome packet from me, a success packet. You will also receive Mary Kay product samples from the company. That's what's pictured right here. You will receive fun and functional informational materials. So we have a lot of online, hot links and materials, plus apps that will guide you through that, of how to best start your Mary Kay business. You'll have one-on-one education to help you grow your business. You'll never be out or at lack of information or how to do things. Plus, you have access to me. I can do one-on-one training with you, or we can do Zoom trainings. You have tons of digital tools and marketing resources to manage your business and additional customer support. Now, that is for $20. Okay. When I joined Mary Kay, remember I talked about Mary Kay in a box. So my starter kit was a pink box. It looked like a science experiment kit that opened up with big flaps, and it had little test tubey things in it with all the samples of things. Back when I joined, it was $85. Okay. That was almost 38 years ago. Like April is my anniversary. All right. So I just want you to think about that. Right now, our Mary Kay starter kit is $80. So it is cheaper to join Mary Kay today than it was when I joined 38 years ago. And let me just say that when I joined, the word internet wasn't even in existence yet. But what would you get for this starter kit? First of all, it retails for about $450 because you get actual full-size Mary Kay retail product to demo, either face-to-face or over Zoom. And I like to have real product to do my show and tells. So you'll receive Mary Kay retail size products of our best-selling brands of products. You'll receive party supplies like trays that you're seeing right here with the fillers in it, okay? So that you can get your party enough actually to facial. Face to face, 30 women. You're receiving selling resources, which are some of the articles that are in this bag up here. Additional business resources, which will be catalogs and, of course, sales tips, and professional tote bag, which is this cool tote bag. And the mirrors, you'll get 4 of these mirrors in your starter kit. So that's your business in a bag. So no matter how you choose, you will receive from Mary Kay ongoing customer support, access to business resources through Mary Kay InTouch, which is where we at right now, free apps that you can download, not to mention digital tools. So sign up, let it fit your life, because it has for me for over almost 38 years. So let me go back up here and stop the share. Just pop myself back up there. So I hope that you found this interesting. I hope you found it informative. If you find like you're thinking to yourself, this is something maybe I really should think about, because you know what? If you're working your Mary Kay business part-time, you will build it perhaps into something that has great momentum, for as long as you want, right? And you can pick it up and put it down when you need to. That's another cool thing. So perhaps it's time for us to have a conversation. Private message me or text me or call me, and let's get together. If you'd like me to send you the link so you can explore more before you hit the button and pay, no problem. I'm happy to do that. That's everything I've got for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Next week, I'll be back on again, talking about Mary Kay again every Saturday. at 9 o'clock. And oh, what am I doing virtually right now? On Wednesday nights, we're doing our 100 makeovers project. I'm kind of pushing myself to see 100 new faces. So if you'd like to loan your face to my Zoom screen and just do a digital makeover with me, and we do what's called Mary Kay Dash Out the Door. You'll learn about skincare. You'll see some new things, and I'll teach you how to use a special app for Mary Kay. It's pretty neat. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll talk again real soon.